Hey guys, it's Coffee. Welcome back to Asagao Academy. Alright, I just did two routes, Shane and Gerard, and I decided that I would do one more, because there's one bachelor that I'm still really curious about. And, I don't know, it's probably really obvious already, because every time we've seen him, I've just been so delighted. Like, just by how kind he is and how good of a friend he is. So yeah, you probably guessed it, but my choice for this route is Gerard. So let's see how that goes. I'm asking Gerard.
Really?
Really? Oh, that's so cute! Gerard is such a great guy. I'm sure you'll be really happy with him. Well, go on.
What?
Go on and get your man. Wait, you mean now?
Yeah!
Mai hit me on the back and practically shoved me towards the door. As I began to leave, my legs turning to jelly, small pink blobs filled my vision. What? Go! Mai was tossing cherry blossom petals over my head. Go get Senpai to notice you. Mai beamed at me.
Yeah!
No time to talk, Hana. This is going to be your big day. You're a main character. Unless you messed up real badly, you'll definitely get a good answer. I've messed up a lot, though. Just go. With a final shove, I was out the door. Now, where would I find him? I found Gerard in a secluded section of campus, a large map and notepad sitting out in front of him. He seemed perfectly content, and I felt bad interrupting him. Instead, I hovered around him, firmly telling myself that I was not in the least bit procrastinating. After a time, he glanced up, and upon seeing me, set aside his notepad and map.
Hey, Hana!
Hana, what brings you here? I faltered. I couldn't just blurt it out, could I? What are you working on? This? Well, there's a convention coming up in a week. Rumor is they're supposed to have Princess Pumpernickel, so I made a map and marked the location of every stall that sold IBKs. This is the most efficient route to check each one. Oh, he's so cute. I whistled, staring at the lines and circles running across his notepad. That's really complicated. It's impressive. It's nothing really, just a habit. I nodded, and then to my utter horror, the conversation stalled. I stared at the notepad, trying desperately to appear very, very interested, mind racing to figure out a way to form the words I wanted. Oh, look at the blushing sprite. Oh, that's cute. The tension was rising. It was getting awkward. I hadn't moved in 45 seconds. Gerard was staring at the ground, no doubt feeling my awkwardness. That was it. I botched it. I stretched upwards, staring at the sky. Well, that's all, so I'll just be going. Me when I talk to a man, though. Great job, Hana. Way to completely and utterly suck as usual. Also me. I raised a trembling hand to Gerard, who looked up in alarm.
Wait,
Hana, before you go. I paused. Did you need something? Gerard stared down his notebook, fingernails rolling down the rungs. Was he nervous? So you know the flower festival's coming up. No way, he wanted to ask us this whole time. Gerard was blushing, but it seemed his mind was made up. Heat rushed to my face as I waited for what came next. I was thinking, that, we could go together. But only if you were interested, you know? Oh, of course I am. Gerard looked at me, eyes wide in alarm. I couldn't help it. I started laughing helplessly. Gerard cast his eyes to the ground again.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess not, huh? Oh no, no. No, it's not that. It was just, I was going to ask you myself, but I wasn't brave enough. Gerard looked at me questioningly, wind rustling a stray hair on top of his head. Then, a slow smile spread across his face.
Really?
If it weren't for you, we'd both end up going to the festival alone. So you'll go with me?
Yeah.
Of course I will. Wow, this is by far the cutest, asking between the three roots, honestly. Gerard is beaming now. He clapped his hands together.
Awesome!
We'll meet at the festival tomorrow then, right? Definitely. With the plan settled, the awkward silence crept back in along our ankles, setting like fog.
Take care.
Well, I'll see you then. Right. I turned so rapidly, I stumbled over my own feet. Hana, are you alright? I'm fine. Sorry. Bye. I dashed away, internally screaming, awkward. But still, I had a date with Gerard, and he was the one who asked me. It seemed my feelings were reciprocated. Wait, were they? Oh, I love how cute that was. I woke up late the next morning, the day of the flower festival. I was buzzing with anticipation, but because of that it took me forever to wake up. Now it was almost noon, and I rubbed my eyes as I rose.
Hana.
Hey there, sleepyhead. Good morning. You slept even later than I did. That's impressive, Hana. I sat up in bed, and something on the edge of my desk caught my eye.
Hey!
What's that?
I don't know.
Oh, that? A letter for you. Came in the mail this morning, so I just said it. I scrambled out of bed and into my desk chair, ripping open the letter. Whoa, jeez, calm down. It's not going anywhere. Turning away from her, I started to read. Little Blossom, how have you been doing these past few weeks? I'm sorry I haven't found time to write. Your pa's been working hard lately, and I seem to go to sleep when I get home. I know things were difficult for you here, and I only hope that you're having a better time where you are now. It isn't the same without you here. I miss your cheeriness, and watching TV with you, and most of all, your pink hair bobbing around the kitchen. Hana, I know you feel bad about the pressure this must be putting on me, but don't. I do this because I love you. There's nothing I want more in this world than your happiness. I miss you, Hana. Be strong. Your Papa. My hands trembled. Tears filled my eyes. I hadn't written him since arriving at Asagao. As many times a day as he crossed my mind, I'd just been busy with other things. He must be worried sick, and from the sound of things, he was also depressed. I missed my father. I missed my home. I missed helping him. If I wasn't around to cook him breakfast, he almost never ate. He kept saying it was fine, but he was getting older. Without Mom there to take care of him. Hana, are you okay? I wiped my eyes on my sleeve. Yeah, I'm fine. I miss my dad. I picked up my pencil and paper and began to write, trying hard to block out the tears. Eventually, Mai turned Jack to her own work and let me be. Dad, I'm doing really great here. This has been the best change of my life. I have a best friend, and I might join a club. I even have a date. You sacrificed so much to bring me here. I know I hardly gave you any choice with the way things were going. I was spoiled and ungrateful, but you always did whatever was necessary for me. I miss you so much. Thank you. I know this is a huge sacrifice. Please eat well and take care of yourself. Remember, 2 glasses of water in the morning and 1 before bed. And have breakfast. Scrambled eggs are easy to make. Draw a smiley face on them in ketchup, just like I would if I was there. I'll send my love through that, so make sure you do it. I miss you. And tell Mom happy birthday. I walked to the festival area alone, wary of students and strangers passing by with friends and family. It was a little nerve-wracking to go to the festival to meet Gerard, rather than walk there with him. I felt silly in my yukata, overdressed even. No one was shooting me weird looks or anything, but the thought of wandering the festival alone and being stood up followed me like a hunting dog. I don't think Gerard would ever do that to us, though. There was a stall at the edge of the festival that sold beautiful silk scarves, apparently all created by the little old man behind the booth, and I stood at the corner of it, searching the crowd for Gerard.
You okay there, miss?
I flushed. It must be more obvious that I was on edge than I thought. Yes, I'm fine, thank you. The old man watched me for a few seconds, and I squinted at him. He looked oddly familiar.
You know, it took me a little while to get in the business of scarf making. I never set out to become a weaver. But I wanted to make a great present for my wife for our 20th wedding anniversary. Being a teacher in a poor town, I never had enough money to buy her one of the fancy silk scarves she wanted. I decided to make one myself. She showed it off to the entire town, and eventually I launched a side business selling scarves. Isn't that funny? Now I wonder whether it was meant to be.
Why are you telling me this?
'Cause it's an adorable story. You're a young lady alone at a festival. It's a good omen if I ever heard one. You can never guess what the future holds for you. Believe in yourself, alright? Believe that you're worth something, and something will come. Oh my god, can he adopt me? Like... Oh, he's so sweet.
So you...
Hana!
Oh, look at Gerard in street clothes. Nice.
Nice. Hana, there you are!
Gerard finally appeared, a sheepish look on his face.
Sorry I'm late. I hope you didn't wait long.
Not at all.
It's rude to keep a lady waiting, you know.
Aww. The old man glared at Gerard, who flushed.
Mr. Saitomo, it's nice to see you. I wish I could say the same. Boys these days have no class. And speaking of class, don't forget about the test on Thursday.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Gerard grabbed the tip of my elbow, leaning down to whisper in my ear.
Let's get out of here. Well, I don't know, I kinda like him. He's really sweet.
When we were a safe enough distance away, Gerard released me.
Mr. Saitomo's everywhere. He's a nice old man, but he can sure get on your case sometimes.
He was really sweet to me.
Really?
Was he? That's great. Anyways, did you have somewhere in particular you want to go?
I guess I would like to see the bonfire at some point. Other than that, no.
All right.
Great.
Gerard reached into his pocket. He pulled out a weathered-looking scroll, which he unrolled with a flourish.
You see, realizing that this is your first time here, I made a list of all the most important places we should visit.
Huh.
Of course, the truth is they're all important, so they're all on here. But they're listed in order of most interesting, so we'll hit the most important areas first.
Oh, he's so thoughtful. Gerard, that's so kind of you. Already my legs were aching. Gerard laughed.
It's no trouble for you, Hana. But again, I'm sorry I was late. The list is the reason I've been working on it since you asked me. Almost ran out of time to take Mr. Saitomo's last online quiz. That's why he was sassing me.
Really?
Oh, Gerard, you didn't have to go through all that trouble for me.
I wanted to, and it was no trouble at all.
See what I mean?
People are what's most important, and I want to do my best to show you a good time.
Gerard.
Who is this arbiter of joy and goodwill standing before me? Was I really expected to believe that this was a teenage boy? Not only were his priorities in the right place, but he also had an unwavering sense of self. He was able to withstand the pressure of others without so much as breaking a sweat. But he was this nice to everybody, wasn't he? It wasn't just me. I wasn't special in any way. Well, I don't think that's true. I mean, it's clear that he prioritizes his friends. And I don't know. If someone is this thoughtful, then they must care about you. And why should I be? When have I ever done something to repay Gerard's kindness? Instead, I sat there like some kind of log, taking and taking while he gave his all to ensure my comfort and happiness. Well, I mean, you don't really owe him anything. That's not how a relationship works. I was the worst kind of person. No.
What's going on?
You okay? You look kinda sad.
I snapped back to reality. Gerard and I had kept walking, and now Gerard was pointing at the statue in the middle of the festival. A small woman with flower-inspired design stood with her hands clasped, gazing happily over the festival denizens. To her right, even smaller than her, was an old man whittling wood. He was leaning against her, a sly smile on his face. It seemed like he would have been whistling. This is beautiful.
Right?
Isn't it? They put it in the middle of the festival every year. Most people are so busy trying to stay together and find the right stalls that most walk right past it.
Well...
As you can tell, it's the flower spirit and the man who loved her. They're both here to watch over the town in secret. She's clearly happy everyone is here.
That's so sweet. Even after his death, he's still with her. Gerard chuckled.
So you believe the myth?
Well...
Me too. The guys always give me crap about it, but I believe something like that could have happened. And what's the harm in believing in a little magic? Gerard winked at me. Oh, my heart. I can already tell this route is going to be so adorable. No, there is no way this was a teenage boy. Yeah, I'll say. So, for our next stop, Gerard took me to what felt like every stall in the festival. Each place we got to, we only stayed for a few minutes. Time was wasting, and we had a list to churn through. I ended up learning more about Higginbana than I ever guessed. Then elderly nudist society came to the festival to advertise that there was a lake just off the edge of town, that there was an entire alley made up of just crane games. We ate takoyaki, fried ice cream, flour ice cream, cotton candy, hot dogs, and funnel cake. We saw jugglers and acrobats, couples dancing in the streets, trees with petals that glowed in the evening light. And finally, when I genuinely felt like I was about to die, we went to see the bonfire. So, how'd you like it? Higginbana's a great place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Really. We sat on a log near the edge of the clearing, and I resisted the urge to lay myself flat upon it. My yukata would be a mess, and I couldn't afford to send it to dry cleaning.
Did you like it? We didn't make it to everything, but that's okay. I saw you were kind of fading there.
I mean... yeah, I can't keep up with you, I think. I don't have that much willpower. But I'm glad we saw all those things. Higginbana is a much more special place than I ever thought. here I figured it was just some podunk throwaway town.
You are correct.
A lot of Asagao students think that way. They go straight for the games or the food. Hang around for an hour or two, then go home to sleep. There's all this build-up to the festival, and they don't even take advantage of it. Why bother going if you don't make the most of it? I'm getting the impression that you're this gung-ho about everything you do. Gerard let out a hearty laugh. Apparently that struck a chord. It's just... if you're going to do something, why would you waste time being lazy about it? Either do it or don't do it. It doesn't make sense otherwise. But this isn't something unique to me. The other guys think that way too. That's why we're all bonded together so well, I think.
Really?
Somehow I doubted that. PBG fell asleep in class. Gerard seemed almost completely insincere in all of his interactions with the general female population. Even Continue seemed more interested in messing around with each other than winning their election. Granted, they were running unopposed, so maybe that made sense. Yeah, I get that reaction a lot. We seem like such a carefree bunch, and we try hard not to make people sad. We just want to do what we love, you know? Play video games, hang out with people, find something that inspires us, and maybe, if it isn't too much to ask, contribute something to people. I think it's easy to overlook how hard we're all working, but if you knew where to look, you'd see how much they're all fighting. Gerard stared wistfully into the fire. So they were all secretly fighting hard, huh? Good for them. They at least knew something they wanted to fight for. Me, on the other hand, I had no idea. More than that, I wasn't sure that I could fight for something even if I did. The past year showed me who I truly was, and I didn't like the picture it painted. Lonely, misanthropic, a self-made victim, angry, bitter, resentful, distrustful, shy, unconfident. All these words floated up in front of me, triggered by Gerard's words as if by a magic spell. Compared to these guys, I was totally out of my league. It was a wonder any of them wanted to spend time with me, with the kind of negative, boring person I'd become. Before my last year in Amarisu, I was such a cheerful girl. Relatively outgoing, clever. And now, well... You've got that look on your face again. What's up with that? It's nothing, really. I couldn't just spill all my insecurities on him, especially not now. That would put a huge damper on our date. But as I tried to wave it off, Gerard grew only more determined.
What's going on?
Tell me. I'm sure there's something. If I can help in any way, I want to. Should I risk it? Okay, so... I don't know, I feel like my... As much as I would usually say, like, yeah, be open with people, communicate, and things like that, it is only the first date, so it might be a little weird if we just, you know, talk about Hana's past. I mean, even as the player, we don't really know a whole lot about it, but it seems really intense, and we might want to save this conversation for another time. Yeah, I don't know, it feels so weird, because usually I would try to say something, but I don't know, I just think that we're having such a good time, and Gerard is just so kind that maybe that's selfish of me. I don't want to do anything that'll interrupt that mood. So yeah, I'm thinking that we can just talk about it later, if there is an opportunity. So I don't think this is the time.
No!
No, it's really nothing. I'm just a bit tired. I can always tell him later when we weren't having a really good time. Sometimes when I wouldn't put a complete and total damper on things. In that case, I'll walk you back. But I didn't want the night to end on that note. No need to put yourself on my account. We can always hang out more next week, right? Aw. Right, we can. Gerards didn't help me off my ever-so-comfy log. This time we walked back through campus together and I was totally at ease. Gerard's personality was so bright, it made you so happy even on your saddest of days. But sometimes that was a bad thing. He was so bright that sometimes I didn't think I could catch up. It didn't take long until we were in front of my dorm, saying goodbye. Thank you so much for taking me to the festival.
Thanks.
Thank you for asking me. Well, almost.
Then I'll see you tomorrow?
Oh, wait.
He glanced away, a light blush on his cheek. Then, with a firm nod, he dug his hand into his pocket.
There was something I wanted to give you. When I saw it, it just reminded me of you, so...
Sheepishly, he pulled out an IVK from his pocket.
Aww. For me?
It was bright pink, the same shade of color as my hair, staring happily at me as if holding on to some secret all its own.
Gerard.
Gerard put his arm around my shoulder.
Do you like her? She's called Chibiupa. I didn't know if you were interested in IBKs, but every time I looked at her I saw you, so... I figured even if you didn't like IBKs, you'd like this one.
Gerard, it's adorable.
That's great. I'm so glad you think so.
I'll keep it right by my bedside so it'll be the first thing I see every morning and the last thing I see every night. I love it.
Hana, you're so freaking cute.
Oh, well, that makes two of us.
That makes me really happy. And I'll make an IBK collector of you yet. Anyways, you should get inside. Don't want you waking up all tired tomorrow.
Okay. Thanks, Gerard.
Bye.
Good night.
See you later.
See you tomorrow. I shut the door behind me, heart soaring. Gerard was such a nice guy. Such a nice guy. I crossed the room and placed Chibiupa on the edge of my desk lamp, right next to my bed. Welcome to your new home. I hope you like it here. I giggled to myself, then lay in bed with a contented sigh. I really felt like I could be happy with Gerard, and the thought both thrilled me and terrified me. Alright, and now we're in chapter 2, yet again. Wow. Okay, so I guess this is a good place to stop for now. Well, I just gotta say, I think I might have saved the best for last. That date was by far the cutest out of the 3 that we've been on for the Flower Festival. And yeah, just Gerard is just so kind and adorable in this game, like, this is gonna be a fun time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.